Today we are going to demonstrate how you can do your computer-based test without the use of internet, and we are going to use OCBT to do that. OCBT is an on-demand software that allows you to do your computer-based test without the internet with ease. So the first thing you are going to do, assuming that you're a student doing the test, is to come to the computer and click on the OCBT icon. If you click on it, it will definitely open, and it actually runs with any browser in your system, and you don't need to have internet. They take, for instance, the computer I'm using to run with it. Let's check it out here. I even shut down the internet. It doesn't have internet running at all, so you don't need internet to use OCBT. So when you launch it, it brings you to this particular page, which is customizable. You are the one that will decide what to be here and everything. Now, even the picture, you are the one that will decide what you want us to put there that we're going to put. So we designed the software for schools and colleges for them to do their computer-based tests with ease. So now when you come to this page, you are to go to the next level, which you have to start your quiz. So when you click start quiz, it brings you to this page where you are required to put your student information. The student has to put his or her information for future references, and let's just do that. So let's put the student information here. So we go to name. Let me just use my name. Okay. So age, let me assume that I'm just 7, class 3. Then the name of my teacher is okay, let's say Abiodun. Okay, I think I'm good to go. When you must have put the correct information about yourself, you go to the next. The student go to the next to click here. Then it brings you to this instruction page, which tells you all you need to know. When you must have read the information, instruction, and understood it thoroughly, you now go to continue. That's what the student is required to do. You continue. So this brings you to the first question. Now, when you look here, you find that there's this question here. It's asking us to match the following item with their description. So match them correctly. So we are required to match M to small m, this and that and all that. So but there are things I need to point out here. You have questions here. Questions 1 of 12, and you have scores. And if I don't meet up with the time, I'm be locked down. So let me just rush to do this. So I have to meet up with the time. So I click submit. I've answered the first question correctly, and he has given me my applause. This applause seems to be one of the selling points too, because when students are actually answering this question, they were required to know, or they were required to, they will require something that will encourage them, and this goes along to do that. If the student fails the question, it will come with a different vibe that will equally tell the student that you're not doing well, do better next time. If you do better, it gives you the correct vibe, which is clapping for you. And this clapping and all that are equally customizable. The school will decide whether they want the clap. If they have their own customized song, we'll put it out there for them too at this particular place. So having answered this one correctly, you move to the next one, which is asking you to arrange this in their proper order. So the timer is counting. If I'm not able to meet up with the timer, I'll be shut out of this question. I will not be able to answer it, but I can move to the next one. So I have to make sure that I answer this correctly and make sure that I don't really go out of time. And if I'm able to answer any of the questions, you see my, because I've answered number one, it's already given me 10 of 120 marks. So okay, let me just arrange. 1, 2, okay, think. Okay, I've gotten this one too, and it has continued to encourage me by, giving me the vibe that I actually needed. So I go to the next. So this one is asking, one of these is an example of carbohydrate. So yes, of course it's yam. I submit. Now, the good thing about this is that all these questions you see here are not uh, shipped with the software. You, the school, or the institution using this particular OCBT will be the one to decide what you want to be there. So you choose your question, you decide your question, we'll put it out there for you, and your student will be able to answer them using it as many times as they want. So we continue. This one is asking, my child whose parents are dead is called what? Of course, it's an orphan. I go submit. Next. The capital of Nigeria is still Abuja. I know that one for sure. I say Abuja. Go to the submit. Chika and the River was written by, of course, who? Is it Elechama, the Flora Mwapa, Wole Shoyinka, or Chino Achebe? It's Chino Achebe. So, the highest mountain in the world is mountain what? Is it Kilimanjaro, Cairo, Paris, or Everest? The answer is Everest. Let's submit. Go to the next. So, airborne diseases are tuberculosis, catarrh, and chickenpox. Yeah. So as I'm actually getting the correct answers, it's actually accumulating, giving me total mark of 80 of 120. I think I'm good to go. I'll deliberately fail one or two to equally demonstrate how, if we're not getting it correct, how it's going to be too. So this one says 3 sources of water. We know it's well, stream, and rainfall, but let's just choose something else. Let's just say mountain. We know mountain is not the answer. These ones are the answer. 3 sources are well, stream, and oh, my time is up. Actually, I'm even wasting time, and the time is now up. So when your time is up, it will tell you that your time is up, and which means that you will not be able to answer this again. If you just say okay, it means that you failed it. You were not able to meet up with the time, and you've disappointed yourself by not answering it correctly. But it will be so generous enough to equally give you the answers. These are the ones that you are supposed to use as your answer, but this is the one you selected, and frankly speaking, you failed. That is what this OCBT is telling you right now. So that is quite sad. Let's move to the next. Now I have failed it, and if you notice, it's question 9 of 12, and my score is still 80 of 120. So let's move. So next one is telling me 2 sources of vitamin are meat, pineapple, watermelon, maize. I think let's deal with this one. 1 and 2. So I'll continue. So nuclear family is made up of children, father, and mother. Okay, this is the last one. It's asking me the presidents of this country, Nigeria and the United States of America. We know it's Muhammadu Buhari, Nigeria, and we equally know it's Joe Biden for United States. Let's not fail this one. So when I have, answered all the questions, it will now ask me to view my results. That is, you have answered your questions. Now let's see your results. And if I pass, it will give me positive vibe. If I fail, it will give me the opposite. So let's see whether I pass or fail. Let's view the results.
You are an amazing student.
Thank you for that. So I actually passed, and it say, congratulations, you passed. You passed. Your score is 92%. You scored up to 110 points. And this is a passing average. If I'm able to get up to 80% of the score, that I've passed. So, but here I even surpassed it. So I actually passed. So these ones are equally customizable. A school can decide to make their own passing score to be higher or lower depending on how they want it. So everything is tweakable for you to really get the picture, or depending on what you want your student to achieve. So having done this, you are equally given the opportunity to review the questions, that's to check the ones you passed and the one you failed to, which is go back and check. This one I passed it. I passed this one. I passed almost everything. I passed this. Just be clicking next to go. This is the one I failed, so I can have it. This is this. I passed this. So now, when you have seen everything, you can decide to equally see them as lists. See the lists. So everything is done automatically by the computer. It computes the result. It gives you your score instantly. You don't need to wait till the teacher marks it before you'll be able to see it. So when you have reviewed it and you are okay with it, you can equally go ahead to close the review. You can go here to view your detailed report. That is, this report will contain your name and the rest. You can just more like your report card. This is it here. So it has your name and everything about you. You can go ahead to view it in details. And this particular report is what the teacher can use in making reference to your questions, or maybe your performance of the student, how the student is getting better, how the student is not getting better. And the beautiful part of this, in all these things, you don't need internet to do them. You are running 100% offline and everything is fine. You can decide to print directly, or you save the same reports here. You save it as a PDF, and maybe you can send it across to the student parents, send it to them using any medium that is flexible to your school. Can send it to them on WhatsApp or email or whatever way you want it to be. So that becomes very easy for you to do.
Kindly call 0703199985 to invite our team to your school for us to demonstrate the OCBT to your students and teaching staff. Or follow the link in the description of this video to register.